who does art shows? I mean, really, who is doing art shows right now? Are you doing live art shows? Are you doing virtual art shows? Are you doing online? Are you doing live? Are you doing online group? What is happening in your world? So if you are a collector, I just want to kind of reach out and see, what do collectors want? I mean, people who are buying, do you feel comfortable buying online? Are you feeling trustful with the people that you're buying online from? I know everyone wants to delve into getting, jam-packed into the cool, harvest festivals and all of that. And, some areas of the country are opening up, some are not. Some are doing craft shows, like smaller scale, community style craft shows, some church related, some schools and fundraisers are kind of starting to, slowly peek into that, whole realm of getting out there. So on both sides of the fence, with not only being a vendor, but being a customer, what are people comfortable with right now? I know so many people are still saying, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go and do anything. I'll buy online. There is the magic of live sales that, of course, you can't capture on online. You want to, you can't capture the same kind of thing where you can hold an earring up to your ear or try a necklace on. Things are different. And that leaves the descriptions and the responsibility of describing your artwork, whether it's jewelry or woodworking, fine art, like what I do. There's a whole variety of things. And there's kind of a way to start communicating with people on how to really properly represent your work. Let me get my name up here. Is that me? Yeah, there I am. I have not done any live art and wine or art and craft shows in a long time. I stopped doing those really in 2010, where I would go and do the whole. What do you call it? The canopy and everything. There's just so much work in it, and after having a gallery and then having retail space and stuff, I kept everything to pretty much online, and I describe everything online to the best of what I can. A lot of people will email me or text me or drop me a line here on Facebook, or just send me a message and ask, hey, can I get a better close-up of this painting or of this necklace or whatever? And I am on top of it. I am completely, absolutely. Here's, next to a measuring tape, even though I put, the descriptions of measurements and everything, I'll list it out and be as detailed as possible. I want to accommodate the customer. I want to accommodate what their questions are. I want to be able to be there virtually as I would be there if we were talking face to face. So that's one important thing I kind of wanted to talk about today, is and find out what is your preference? Do people feel, after having a crazy global pandemic, and whether people are vaccinated or not vaccinated, or whether our people are taking cash or taking only credit card? There's so many different elements of doing craft fairs that it makes it really kind of, it's really taken a hit on not only, brick and mortar retailers, but, crafters. And I'm just talking today about crafters, because a lot of this work is excuse me, got the hiccups. A lot of this work is seasonal, and thousands of artists will put themselves out there with creating from, all year, just for September, October, November, and part of December. There's a lot of these harvest festivals that go around the country. Every state, every region has their own, type of festival, their own outdoor events and things like that for artists and people who like to buy directly from them. So a couple things I wanted to mention is that, I have my own website, which is sonyapaz.com. That is where I sell all of my art-related products, the paintings, prints, matted prints, jewelry, watches, and a whole bunch of stuff. And I could have chosen to go down the Etsy route many, many, many moons ago, but I wanted people to have my experience. I wanted to have control over how my shop looked. I wanted to have control over what my fees were. And I know that I'm going to mention two things specifically on this for the awareness of customers, what crafters and artists have to deal with. So, aside from, you put it up online and then, there's a fee, and then, the platform being Etsy or, whether it's Shopify, whether it's any of these, art.com or whatever, they're in the business to make money and they need to have a percentage of those sales. So, which is totally understandable. But from what I'm understanding is from a lot of artists have reached out to me and said, do I invest in doing my own website with my own shop? And my answer is always going to be yes, because you have control over it and you make the rules. You don't have to abide by a platform rules. And if they have increases in their fees, you're kind of stuck. And then, of course, you have hundreds and hundreds of, or, dozens and dozens or hundreds and hundreds of products on there that you're going to have to migrate away. And that's always a lot of work. And that is always why you should have a virtual assistant or an assistant that can help with doing that kind of thing. So there's that. Having your own website to produce to represent your own products is just, you can change it. There's just so much benefit to it. Is it a lot of work? Yes. Is there a lot of work putting your stuff on a platform? Of course. Whether it's print on demand, whether you're manufacturing and photographing and doing everything yourself, it's always going to be a lot of work. And, you got to factor that into pricing and all this stuff. And I would like to believe, and I truly believe that customers understand that and appreciate that. So, but as of recently, I'm going to mention this, as of recently, as an artist, someone who's on Facebook and Instagram, I get ads for all different kinds of services, and I get ads for individuals teaching you how to market yourself better on Facebook if you're an artist or craft person, whatever. And this goes for handmade. Now, I'm going to mention here that handmade paintings that could go for hundreds and thousands of dollars, $500, $800, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $2,000, on up to, $5,000, $10,000, depending on the artist, depending on their work, depending on their reputation, depending on the supply and demand. There is a lot of differences in price. So, one artist might sell a 30 by 30 painting for $500. Another person would sell a 30 by 30 painting for $6,500. So it varies. So you really can't compare. Well, this person sells this for that, and this person sells that for that. That is completely up to that artist. Where they are. When I started selling on eBay back in '99, I was selling 8x10s for $24.99 or 95 cents, whatever. And that was because I was working. I wasn't at where I am now. We're here we're about here 22 years later. A lot has changed. My business has pivoted and shifted and grown. I have accomplishments, I have regrets, I have successes, and I have had failures. But one of the things that I wanted to point out is I feel that there are people out there who are, targeting the global art market, but they are putting up promotions on, I can sell you the secret, or sign up for my master class or sign up for my master course, and I will teach you the secrets on how to sell on Facebook. And it's not a $100 class. It's over $2,000, or I would say, just respectively speaking, it's over $1,500 to learn and be part of this master class, so you can sell to anyone online and have guaranteed sales, blah, blah, blah. Well, one thing I'm going to tell you about that is not a magic solution, because a lot of these people who are selling these secrets of Facebook are selling these secrets or whatever because they are craft people who didn't want to deal with having to encounter the highs and the lows of doing art festivals, like windy days or rainy days, or your booth getting knocked over, or being in a heat wave, or whatever the case is. They want to pivot and have artists be more reliant on Facebook and online. So, and that's great. Trust me, if there was a magic number of how I can sell tons of, artwork, $2,000 to $3,000 worth of artwork, that would be great with guaranteed sales. But fine art does not work that way. If you are working in a craft and you're selling wind chimes, or you're selling earrings that are usually under $75, or if you're selling garden stakes, or if you're selling woodworks, and your price points are maybe between $50 and $95, that is an audience that you can certainly capture on doing this type of a masterclass or these types of promotions. But what they don't tell you is that art is a personal, passionate purchase. It's an emotional purchase. This isn't someone selling a $4,500 painting. It's going to be really, really hard for a new time customer to come up to you in your virtual online store and say, oh yeah, cha-ching, I'm going to buy this $4,500 painting. There are relationships that need to be fostered in the art selling process. There are people who want to get to know. I'm a fan of artists. I want to know what inspired an artist. I want to know, what were you thinking when you created this? What mindset were they in? What experience they're reflecting on, and have a conversation and build that relationship. That is really not going to happen with learning the magic whatevers of Facebook or Instagram for the marketplace or whatever. It's I feel very discouraged. I feel discouraged for people who are falling for that, because here's the main thing that they're not telling you is, one, a wind chime, or a small wooden crafts for kids, or puzzles, or items that more craft type of items are not under $100. Is not. It's not unheard of to go and buy something like that online. It's not an emotional purchase. So, second thing is, they don't tell you is that the algorithms on these platforms change a lot. I would say every 3 months they shift. They got to accommodate, what is the viewer looking at? Who has a pixel on their site? Who doesn't have a pixel on their site? Who is, what is this target audience? I've done ads on Facebook. I know that I'll set up something that is really great and locked in, and it works for about 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden, nada. Where is your investment for this online course when an algorithm changes? Are they keeping up with the times? Is the seller of these courses keeping up with you and being completely honest and saying, well, this is going to work for now, but it may not work in 6 months, or may not work in a year from now, or maybe in 2 months, whatever. That I find that completely, I don't know what word to use. I think y'all know what word. I don't want to say disgusting, but I find it just scammy. If someone asks me for my opinion on a business thing, or a mentoring thing, I'm going to tell them my experiences and to also look at these different facets of platforms. I mean, all of these platforms have got to change, because if they're not changing, they're not getting SEO, they're not going to get recognition from, search engines. It's like driving the same car for 5, 6, 7 years. Things are going to break down. You got to get things changed. You got to have maintenance. Are they doing this maintenance? With this training, is there maintenance? So just, for online sellers, be careful of that kind of thing. It's, they're not telling you a lot, unfortunately. I do not have a master class. I'm not here competing with anybody. I'm not having, thinking, well, why are they doing that? I'm not. I have no desire to do a master class on an area that is not going to be, that has to be completely monitored. And there's a lot of science going into that. So you can learn the keywords of how to sell online. You can learn all the, get plugins for your WordPress site and get SEO stuff, but there's maintenance all the time. When someone is selling you an online course to teach you all this stuff, they need to be there to absolutely 100% help you, along the way, because, it's just, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. So now, as a customer, you're going online and you're shopping and you're clicking and you say, oh, I like this. It's beautiful. Oh, it's on sale. I'm going to buy it. It's $35 or it's $75 or whatever. Make sure that people that you're buying from, one, that you feel that you have a connection with them. A lot of these people have ratings on either eBay or Etsy or whatever. Myself, I have a website of my own, and I'm constantly on it, and I'm constantly updating things, and I'm always there. So if anyone has questions, and I think my reputation of, if anybody says, oh, well, I had a question for Sonya and she answered it within a day or with even a few hours, it's not unheard of, because I pride myself in customer service. Customer service is one of the things that, I take a lot of pride in. If someone, for some reason, isn't happy with something that they bought, I will do what I can to fix it. I communicate when items are shipping. If I have a question about somebody's order, I pick up the phone and I call them, and they appreciate that. So, just for sellers online, do what you can do to give that extra customer service and that extra you while selling online, much like what you would do at a live art and wine festival, or not only art and wine festivals, but fine craft fairs or indoor harvest festivals or whatever. I don't know the climate of a lot of areas. I know that some people have reached out, a couple people had reached out to me in their area and said, hey, this big show is coming on, and just as of last week, based on state requirements or county or whatever, they've canceled the show, and have been working for months to do what I can to make product for the show. What do you suggest I do? And my suggestion is get it online, sell it, do a live on your page. Make it happen. Make it make it enjoyable for somebody who could expand. This is a good time to expand your audience. Don't sit home and wonder, gosh, what do I do? I have all this inventory. You know what? Turn it around. Get a sales page going on Facebook. If you have one, great. Work it. If you don't have one, create one. Invite people and get your list together. Have a good time doing it. This is the time now where, we're just right around, a few days away from October 1st. Start getting the online promotions going, reminding people that you're not going to be at a show, but you're available online, or you're available on just a quick FaceTime, and take advantage of Facebook Live and Instagram to work your magic and gain more customers and followers and customers. Did I say customers? Clients, customers, peeps. And so that's kind of it. I really, like I said, I really want my artist friends to thrive in their online sales for the holiday, and for folks who do strictly sell online. And I know a lot of people even have asked me, well, why aren't you selling on Amazon Handmade? For me personally, I have a full plate. I mean, I have a full plate, and my website works really, really well for me. If I have something in stock, it ships the day or the next day. So I don't have, I mean, if it doesn't ship within 24 hours, call me. I mean, I might just be working on something else. But I mean, my customer service is fast. It's just as fast as if Amazon was processing the order, and I have what works for me. So, check out different options of what works for you. And as a buyer, if you need something right away, email the artist or the craft person and just say, hey, how soon can this ship out? Because I need it by X of whatever date. So communication is key, and that is kind of why I'm doing this True Confessions, to kind of tell you my story on things, what my experiences are, and to help you out, whether you're a customer, client, whether you want to know something about me, whether you want to know something about the art business. I will be here and help you where I can. So happy Monday, everyone. Hope everyone has a great week. As you know, what is this? October 1st is on Friday. Oh my God. I can't believe. I don't know. It's finally cooling down here in the Central Valley. It was 77 yesterday, which was a nice departure from the 90 whatever degrees that we've had here. So hope you're doing great. Comment and let me know what are your favorite things as a customer in doing online sales. What are some of the favorite things that you like to see and accomplish and whatnot? What are the things that as an artist, what are the favorite things about packing orders? Maybe I know some people love it. I love it. Some people don't like it. They wish that they had help with packing orders. I love it. I find it fulfilling, and I have a lot of gratitude for my customers as well. So anyway, happy Monday, everyone. Have a great week, and we will see you next week. Take care. Bye.